Here we're going to look at the differences in travel between East and Southern Africa, as well as differences of travel between star ratings and areas. So East Africa, as we mentioned earlier, is home to the big flat savannas, but the traffic can be bad and the roads can be terrible. It is very important in East Africa to have somebody to help you along your way. So whether it be part of a small group tour or maybe a tailor-made tour, these are options you can all do in Kenya. You notice I said tailor-made tour. That's because you're not driving yourself. It's very, very difficult to do it by yourself. So generally, if you tailor-make it, you still have a driver guide. The difference is that driver guide will just be for you. In Southern Africa, it's a little bit easier. The connections are good, the flights are good, the roads are good. So what you generally do in East Africa, it may be part of a larger tour, small group tour, or most commonly, a tailor-made tour. Tailor-made here means simply choosing the hotels and the lodges you like, and then connecting the dots. It could be something as simple as a few nights in Victoria Falls, maybe a few nights near Kruger, and a few nights in Cape Town, and flying or driving or connecting between all the different lodges you choose to do. It's far easier to do that in Southern Africa. Likewise, in Southern Africa, in Namibia, South Africa, it's very easy to self-drive a whole part of your itinerary. If you want to do the garden route or driving through Namibia, self-drive is a very viable option in Southern Africa. In East Africa, it's really not. It's also in terms of styles of travel. Now, at Bench, we only do Africa, so we don't have to cover the entire realm of it from 2-star onwards. In East Africa, you're going to find a bit of a difference in terms of the range of accommodation. It tends to either go basic or more towards your 4 to 5 accommodation. Southern Africa does have a larger range from your 2s, 3s, 4s, and 5s, and this can impact your budget and how long you're planning on spending. Africa is rich for choice. When we're looking even at the vehicles we do, we can have a flying safari in East Africa, flying from camp to camp. You can choose the 4-wheel drive, and these are not 4-wheel drives as you would know. These are 4-wheel drives with power in the cars, so you can charge the cameras as you go through, and Wi-Fi in a lot of the vehicles. So as you're driving down the highway, looking out the window, you might be able to tweet that last photo to your friend. You also have minivans as well, which are the more budget option. These are not as comfortable as the 4-wheel drive, particularly over the rougher road, so maybe it would be for younger people or those who are more budget conscious. Africa, you also sport for choice, not only in the experiences you do, but in the accommodation. And it really is important what appeals to you. Is a tented lodge more your style? Is a traditional lodge with the walls in case you're afraid of the animals more your thing? Would you like the tree houses that you see down south to the game lodges up here? From big to small, the choice is yours. Very quickly though, it is important to note about small group tours. What's your opinion of a small group tour? What's the average size you would think of? If you said 7 or 8, you agree with us. If you said 30, 40, well, then you're in the minor. Some companies will offer a small group tour of about 30 and 40, which I'm sure you'd agree is not a small group. There is an importance, apart from the size of the group, to small group touring being kept small. The reason our groups are that size is because it's the size of the one vehicle. It's a very intimate vehicle and you have time with the guide. Any bigger than that, you share the guide over larger people. Therefore, you have less of a knowledge about the animals and the area you're in. With a smaller group and a guide to yourself, it's a more personalised experience. Most importantly though, with smaller groups, it gives you the opportunity to go to smaller lodges. This is where the advantage really is. If the lodge may only take 12, 14, 15, 16 people. With that sort of small lodge, you have the personalised service that you're after, and you don't have a huge footprint on the land. Therefore, the animals are not as afraid to be around the area. If you have small groups, you get personalised service and personalised lodges. So if you are looking at group touring, consider a small group as an option. If that's still too big for you, take the tailor-made trip. It doesn't get any smaller than that.